versus Astralis. Of course, both teams are through to the playoffs already, but who will make it to semi-finals?
Well, FaZe Clan looking to avoid Na'Vi on the other side of the bracket, looking to just meet them in the grand finals, and to do so, to make their lives easier here in Cologne, taking down Astralis is the next step. FaZe spotting out the first piece of contact. It's Ren that's seen numbers of Astralis charging their way up long.
A lot of map control gathered early. karrigan will start to spot these players at range. He also has a flash available to him if they start to try and close the distance. He's just looking for info though while his teammates stack the bathrooms. And Astralis still happy to take a bit of time before they eventually make their move. Raid's going aggressive. They want this information back on the FaZe side.
Yeah, he's claiming a lot here with this aggressive maneuver. Could potentially even get behind a couple of the Astralis players eventually, but Ren will be disciplined and not go too far. Waiting for Astralis to show something to him. karrigan. There's a couple of players out long, and Zipex has actually caught Ren looking down connector, so that's the first kill of the pistol going Astralis' way. And they're looking to barrel up long. 40-second mark. broky inside of the bathroom. Still has a strong position, especially taking down Zipex. And karrigan is just buying time. Playing super smart inside of the site. He's dropped it down to 30 seconds, and Astralis need to get rid of him, and Config will do exactly that. ropz has made the rotate up. It's one more kill for FaZe Clan. Finally, Astralis starting to get closer to the site. blamF trying to wrap up on broky. Realizes he was in the bathroom, but a couple of missed shots from blamF finally will recover it. And now Astralis leaping towards the bomb site. 14 seconds left. They have to start planting. And Glev will get to the bomb. Locks it in, and blamF being his bodyguard, defending his plant. There's now Twistzz that needs to recover this in the 1 versus 2. No kit nor utility here for Twistzz. He'll start to move his way back in, but Astralis have dropped back into the bathrooms, doubling up. It's going to be so difficult here for Twistzz with no smoke. He taps with a kit, and he's picked up. A little peek out from Astralis will confirm he's no longer on the defuse, and Twistzz realizes he needs to kill quickly, and they're just not giving him it. His chances of winning this pistol are incredibly slim. I would say even now at this point, impossible. He's looking to try and take a headshot on the way out, but it has to be the save. The drop back here from Twistzz and Astralis. It's not clean, it's not an easy fight. They will pick up the first round.
Yeah, pretty labored pistol round here, but that almost feels like Astralis beat Cloud9 and then, I don't know, somehow just became vampires and sucked up some of their strategies or something, because they just sit outside A for such a long time that FaZe start second-guessing themselves. You could see karrigan was looking for info on long after spotting the early presence, but he never saw enough for FaZe to be confident that it would still be the A stack. That meant eventually Rain went looking for information that ended up losing him his life. That helped Astralis get on the front foot on the trades, and even though FaZe were able to rotate, Astralis go ahead and close it out. There's a good shot early from broky though, and there is the full spy in play.
Cleve comes up short. karrigan close towards him. The CZ could pose a threat, but doesn't really get that opportunity. Ren tries to play with a one-way inside of connector. FaZe attempting many gimmicks here to try and get them somewhat of an advantage at the start of this round. Will start to move forward through Monster. Taking a bit of damage from the barrels, and the CT smoke comes in to re-smoke out Monster. Ren holds towards the top of the stairway. And we know he can cause a few problems from the connector, and Farley, not looking the right way, provides Ren with the kill. He starts to worry about a flank, but he's also preoccupied about worrying middle. Eventually we'll come back down to fend off the connector, but there's 2 players here, and Ren will get overrun. The trade eventually comes in for Astralis, and 50 seconds left. A lot of time to still maneuver their way around the map.
Oh, karrigan's aggression is so well timed. He's going to see that Monster is completely clear. And it's also the scout of broky up on A. He's landed another tag. Oh, and a shot actually connects there. Glaive taken out.
Yeah, lovely shot from broky. Now, this could start to get worrying because look at the time and look at the health left on the Astralis players. There's 2 smokes available, but broky's found another one. The scout connects onto the head of Config, and Twistzz Deagle rings out across the server. It's just blamF, and he goes down as well. Astralis win the pistol, but they cannot convert it. It is the follow-up round for FaZe.
I was saying I want to see broky at his best for FaZe. He can be so key in making them that world-class team we've seen in the past. Here so far at this event, broky had only been putting up a 1.03 rating. Now, FaZe have been winning their games pretty comfortably, 2-2-0s, even if there were some fairly close maps. When FaZe are really that elite team, it is broky who is sometimes even top fragging for them, which is something for a long time that wasn't necessarily the case. So great to see him showing up with the scout. And now broky is clearly feeling confident. He's pushed all the way up into playground early. This is against the pistols, so it's a slight risk, but it looks like it might work out.
Broky's just hanging around, no problem at config. The first player to get a kill in this round, Astralis may have the weaker weapons, but they're off to a pretty flying start. broky makes sure that the advantage is short-lived with a kill on Glaive. In reply, Astralis start to gather their forces outside of the B side. They're starting to drop away, actually, and attack back up through playground. Zipex is looking to join those two playground players by coming up through connector. broky will sprinkle some more damage out with the rifle. Zipex down to 34. Astralis may have 4 players left, but they are softened up, and they certainly have a weaponry disadvantage. broky starts to look towards long, and blameF's Deagle rings out against him. broky's out of there. Now Rain looks to patch up the hole at long. It's 1 single kill for him so far. But due to his positioning, he's surely guaranteed another. Damage done at the Zipex. He's barely alive, but Rain peeks out, finds the bomb. Down towards long. It's difficult to recover here for Astralis, and with config left inside of mid, he's surely going to go down to one of the better weapons around the corner here, and ropz will confirm it. 2-1 here for FaZe.
And we were able to watch FaZe in some of their online games recently. It has been intriguing to keep track of which FaZe players you would say are still performing to the level that we would want them to. I would say Twistzz was probably one of the riflers still playing really well online. And then Rain was actually playing pretty well online too at times. So I think for FaZe, it's nice to see those players also going early. ropz is the one that's maybe been a bit quieter for me.
I think he's the one that took a little bit of a dip after the major, right? Some of his performances haven't been so hot for FaZe. And coming into this event at Cologne, with the story we thought a couple of months ago after FaZe had picked up the major, we thought Cologne was all about the Grand Slam. We thought it would be Twistz's second time picking up a Grand Slam in Cologne. But they failed to take the victory out of Dallas, and that was surprising for many reasons. There was no big names really there, right? The biggest name to go up against was Cloud9, who actually bested them over in America. FaZe will not be celebrating a Grand Slam victory here, but they would be putting themselves within 1 more if they pick up Cologne.
These pros keep getting new skins, man. No kills on this stat track for broky. There you go, he's got one.
0-0 stat tracks. I'm starting to think that's just a bug, surely.
Who knows?
Well, cleaning up. Just blameF left alone outside of the nightclub. Denied entry.
broky making that money with the MP9. That means he can easily buy that AWP into this round if he wants. But honestly, FaZe are so rich, they could have taken this as a bonus round if they really wanted to. broky has decided to upgrade to that AWP though, as they have themselves an early 3-1 lead. Now for Astralis, this buy is a little awkward. Zipex, for example, has gone for utility instead of a helmet tier, and then config has had to go for the MAC-10. Also, some pieces of utility missing on the Astralis side, but still not a bad buy for them. Just not ideal. Has been really good for Astralis to see Zipex and some of the other players really step up their individual level, especially here on Overpass. He plays in connector. Look at Glaive, though, trying to beat the smoke, but that counter flash forces them to second guess that.
Well, play that. Front of the pack, in with a kill. Twistzz is out of there. Just have to play the remainder of the round with 4 players. Nearly finding the kill back on config. And this will force Astralis away. blameF successful in pushing forward through the B site, getting the pick, and Astralis feel with the amount of time they've got left, there's no issue in just dropping back and searching elsewhere, especially having Farley already up long.
I love this approach from Astralis early. They are putting a lot of pressure on Monster just by going for these dry peaks. And now that's something that FaZe are going to have to consider throughout this first half. We've already seen it a couple of times from blameF. You probably have to be constantly using utility on Monster to make sure someone isn't just sneaking up on you. And Now with 30 seconds remaining, Astralis are going to come back to A, but they've got to have some good utility. There's an AWP here, and they don't have many nades to try and deal with it.
And you have to get through Rain, and Farley seems to be aware of his position, but dealing with Rain is easier said than done. He's got the help of broky, but broky's down. Luckily, they have run right past, and Rain will get the double. Assassinates 2 and makes it 3. Go ahead, finally gets rid of him, but you mentioned how it had to be perfect. Well, there's 5 seconds, just enough to put the bomb down. But getting into a comfortable spot here to close it is a little rough, especially with ropz starting to flank around the other side of the bathrooms. BlameF realizes this is a possibility and is coming in from long side. He could get in behind ropz. The flanker could be the player about to get flanked. BlameF starts to consider, but ropz is already so deep towards the side. Eventually, he'll see the barrel, and BlameF, not accurate upon the first bullet, will connect it eventually. And now karrigan sent into the clutch. BlameF is so low. karrigan's trying to draw him into the open, but BlameF is not falling for the initial defuse. karrigan goes again. BlameF not fully peeking, and when the bullets whiz past, he realizes karrigan isn't sticking it. He runs out of time to stay competitive here, and that will be Astralis finding the answer. There was 5 seconds left when they started planting the bomb.
BlameF calling out that fake defuse from karrigan. Always appreciate when players do throw that move into the mix occasionally, because most of the time, the large majority of the time, the CT is going to just fake that defuse and then try and reposition slightly off the bomb to get a more favorable fight. So when you just completely don't peek, it can look very good. It is obviously high risk, but you see the reward in that one.
I think it's also very high risk for the CT to stick it, so that's probably the mindset from the T's perspective. That it's just a battle of mental strength in that moment.
Still a buy on the FaZe side. broky's AWP has decided to switch it up. I like this. Monster has been contacted in a lot of these rounds, so broky takes his AWP. He holds for that early aggression that Astralis have been going for, and he's in the right place at the right time for an easy opener. But seeing that AWP on B means Astralis are more comfortable to take some map control back towards A. And Rain is committed to this long bathrooms position.
Well, he's about to get sandwiched. Rain luckily turns around and catches out config and anticipates the move forward from Farley. It's a double. Rain is a master of the bathrooms. He's got himself 3 kills once more. So many multi-kills coming in from Rain. And BlameF left alone. His teammates are all gone, and there's no shot at this, really. He's got the bomb on his back and so much time, but not a lot of opportunity.
I love that when you say master of the bathrooms, the first thing that comes to my head is that's just a really fancy way of calling him the head janitor.
Yeah,
like
sure.
That's, that's the sort of thing my brain goes to.
Yeah, the head cleaner. Oh, yep.
They do that in some jobs sometimes. They just make the job title unnecessarily complex and fancy.
Yeah, when I was younger, I tried to apply for a job at Subway, and it was, I think the job title was sandwich artist.
Oh, look at you.
So
Did you get the job?
No, wasn't good enough for that, unfortunately.
Not very artistic.
Not enough artistic skill. I could barely make a sandwich, to be honest.
Well, there you go. You learn something new about Dinko every day. That's Dinko's daily fact of the day. He can barely make a sandwich.
Yeah, so don't ask me for one.
Oh, got a little sass behind you.
Yep. Well,
nice adaptation here from FaZe. Like I was saying, get that all holding monster. That means that Astralis themselves are now going to have to consider whether they can go for those contact plays that have been effective at getting them the opening pick.
Well, Rain certainly was a one-man cleanup crew right there. But Astralis, a couple of weaker weapons, but that's saved AK for BlameF. Will it be able to get much done here for the T side? Otherwise, FaZe will be heading to 5. Astralis start the round by leaning heavy over towards B.
BlameF is much better at taking initiative in these sorts of rounds. When he has the hero AK, he's actually really good at finding ways to get that into play early. We're going to see him here on B short look for the early fight, but broky, and karrigan also in position.
Well, BlameF's rifle gone to broky's aggressive stance at short with the AWP. Just following Zipbax and broky. I thought the previous position was aggressive, but he keeps going, and he cuts through the last 2 players of Astralis. It will be 5 rounds for FaZe.
This is exactly what I said I wanted to see. I want to see broky just taking confident plays, playing to his peak level of performance. Obviously great that karrigan gets that double spray down on Monster. That's what gives broky the confidence that he can keep coming back into short, fully focus on that angle. And after a few early successful rounds from Astralis, they are now starting to feel the wrath of FaZe Clan.
Looks to be quick through B, and they have the smoke ready to get rid of the molly. Twistzz coming back in with the rifle. It's a single kill from his M4. karrigan doing much better, gets the double. Zipex and Farley hitting the deck, and the speed behind this B play is cut short. And really don't get past the initial ramp out of Monster. Speaking of, the monster in this round was certainly karrigan. I'm interested to see if he is going to be betting a little bit more, you know. Listen to the way of James. Father James.
Did a good job in this round. Wow, that is something. Wow. Farley made sure to save extra money from that previous round so he could get this AWP. I feel like Farley's had a couple of quiet games here throughout Cologne. He's been the one missing member on the Astralis side.
Yeah, in particular, you know, we've seen a couple of games already from him on the B stream where he would go 0 and 8 or a very, very low numbers in the first half and still be able to get a lot of rounds for Astralis, but you can't have your AWPer go missing when you're playing a team like FaZe, right? That you need someone, you need him to show up. You need to see him just deliver a good enough impact. Doesn't have to be a crazy performance taking over the server, but you can't have him completely missing. Zipex, the player that we've mentioned over the last few days, has really stepped up his performance, so he's got himself the opening of this round. ropz in the bathrooms this time.
Waiting on the edge of this smoke. broky's going to take initiative at just the right time. Poor Farley still not getting the opportunity to make the most of his sniper. And they're still sticking around here, forward in the bathrooms.
broky sees a pixel. Back off and allow ropz's rifle to be put under pressure alone, and config will force him out of the round. FaZe are down a player here. Astralis looking pretty good at the moment. 45 seconds. If they try to attack into the A side, they still will have to deal with the rifle of karrigan and broky, who has really not been missing much. He's 13 and 3. But if they go back into the B side, it is just one there, Twistzz. Unfortunately, they are still trying to commit to A, and given the limited time, this is the only option, and broky will go ahead and find his 14th kill. You see the utility coming up. karrigan's going to be in front of the utility. He's going to be in front of the smokes. No issue. broky moves forward with another quick kill. He'll miss this time, but pulls out the pistol, and config's down. broky looking to make them all slip over, and that's exactly what he'll do. An ace comes in from broky. He takes over the server in round number 9.
Oh, when broky's playing to this level, he's so fun to watch. His movement-heavy style with the AWP is something that a lot of AWPers struggle with, but he makes it his strength. Peeks into a couple of early angles. That shot's an unreal shot to land. And then he threw a nade into bathrooms that took config down a little lower. That's why that pistol could come through with that kill. 17 and 3, and we're not even 10 rounds in.
That's incredible from broky. Just so active, so mobile. 17 and 3, that is wild this early in the game. Oh, this is going to be a rough day for Astralis. And, you know, the story we were mentioning, the player that we highlighted, Farley, in the previous round, he's the AWP of Astralis. This is the AWP you're going up against on the other side of things. You will not be able to match this impact, but you cannot fall this far behind. broky has 16 kills more than Farley right now. And we're heading into round 10.
Pistols back out for Astralis. They tried a faster B play with the pistols previously. This time, ropz in connector. Can't afford to miss that many bullets with the silenced M4. You don't have many remaining, but karrigan's there to help and make sure ropz survives.
What is behind that devilish smile? They're going to assist him anyway. Tech9 goes forward. broky taken out by the pistol. You won't be seeing much more happen in this round. karrigan still around the water. He's taking some control back, and he's going to be in a perfect position to catch up. blameF walking forward. Farley runs into the in-game leader's rifle. 2 more for karrigan, and it's just config left alone. He walks back to pick up the bomb again, but he's not going to get anywhere with it.
Well, he's going to get back to T spawn.
Yeah, he could go all the way to A. He can attempt to, or go via the connector again. Bit of time left, but if He goes down connector, waiting for his ropz. We'll watch the bottom of the ladder, anticipates the play of config. 8 rounds for FaZe. This is the start you want to see from FaZe. You know, you're going up against Astralis. You want to see FaZe take them down like this. This is the performance FaZe should be showing, and so far so good.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing for FaZe here. We were assuming they would be solid favorites in this series, whatever happens, but just seeing them show up to this level gives us real confidence in their ability to go through into the playoffs. Molly from Rain into mid. broky again has switched up his positioning with that sniper. So that means that Rain is alone early. And lamF is waiting for this boost.
I was going to send the nade into... He's going to go towards CT. Doesn't find any impact.
I think the setup is broky.
karrigan's 50 HP.
Yeah, I think the setup was broky holding short from a bit further back. And then if he got contact, the boost would come into play. But no one there on the Astralis side.
Yeah.
That means that Rain, who is solo towards A, could be the first player tested this time. We've seen him hold solo long bathrooms previously. Definitely capable of multi-kills from this position.
Under a minute left.
He's finally getting a rotate. ropz is now arriving to help him out.
Rain's going to be in a tough spot here. Zipex goes around, he spotted up the info. Rain realizes this is not a position you can really stick around in. So as soon as he is compromised without the kill,
Flash is ready from ropz.
Drop a little further back. Rain doesn't swing with any of them. Now he goes, and he catches them. It's 1 kill for Rain. Some damage laid on to Glaive, but look at this from broky. Look at the position he decides to play with the AWP. It is so committed, it is so aggressive, and you need to be oozing with confidence to make it work. And luckily, broky embodies confidence. 9 rounds for FaZe. They are dominating Astralis.
broky just keeps going. He's taking any fight available to him right now. Even when he was up against the pistols previously, he goes into connector. He tries to take the fights. This time, playing up from truck. And he did have the rifle assistance from ropz to make sure that he didn't get snuck up on too quickly. There was also a player trying to sneak out long from the Astralis side, but that man also got shut down. Second timeout taken by Astralis. And again, quick reminder, it is the map pick of Astralis.
Yeah. That's rough.
Yeah, they just haven't been getting onto the bomb sites with how good FaZe's individuals have been.
So my issue with Astralis is when you look at the veto here, right? The problem is every map that they're somewhat comfortable or want to play, FaZe are also pretty good on, right? So this is the problem. Astralis have picked Nuke a good lot in this tournament. Every single time they've got the opportunity to do so, felt like they wanted to go that way. But in this series, they go for it. There is Twistzz up here too, if karrigan needs the help. And eventually Twistzz will move forward on his own accord, and karrigan will be good enough to hold on for 3 kills. Astralis, once again, we're not allowed inside of the B site.
karrigan cleaning up. You can see just how good the money is on a couple of the FaZe players right now.
Yeah, it's great to see karrigan up on 12 kills already. You can't have a game like this every now and then. D-League Major in Atlanta and went on to win 3 more. karrigan just taking his first a few months ago. broky trading onto config. 4v4 established early in round 13.
Ooh,
Really back and forth here in this round in terms of the trading.
Yeah, Farlig actually won that AWP fight against broky, so that's definitely a big moment in the round to bring it back to a 3v3.
Zipex going to get around the back of Rain without him checking for this. He's tucked around the corner for the time being, but the closer Zipex gets, the more he'll see of Rain.
Farlig's sneaking up A long right now. But
Rain turns! Just at the right time, Zipex came on up and Rain turned around for the kill. Get away with the plant at least, but Glaive turning this into the clutch, that would be impressive. Be almost unthinkable given the start he's had. This could be a turning point for him. Maybe even a turning point in this half for Astralis if Glaive can make this one happen. Rain, Twistzz, and ropz. Looking to make their way up. Rain spotted towards short. Glaive will bring him down. Now looking for the second victim. He's close to it. He's chunked the health down, but he's being sprinkled from two players from the same position. Glaive will run out of ammo. Has to retreat back into Monster to take some cover and reload. The plant is not for him, so the defuse being stuck by Twistzz. He'll go forward, damn close to stopping the defuse, but Glaive will be brought down by ropz, and the defuse will be stuck. 11 rounds are picked up for FaZe, but that definitely felt like Glaive had somewhat of a shot in that.
I thought ropz was playing a bit too far back, but he gets the angle just right as he comes forward at the right time. This is Farley. He peeked through the flames. There was a little gap. He went down to 12 health in the process. Xyp9x getting taken out of the round, put Astralis onto the back foot. There is ropz swinging just in time to make sure the defuse is safe. Another pause taken on the Astralis side.
Crazy how many timeouts you've seen in this first half already on your T side of your map pick. Just shows that this one is going to be an uphill battle for Astralis throughout this. I mean, making the playoffs is huge. We heard blameF kind of get asked yesterday by Freya, what were his goals now? What was Astralis' goals? Because obviously, given how badly they were playing coming into this event, they didn't feel like playoffs was even a thing they were going to be able to achieve, and now they've actually gone and done that. blameF wasn't quite sure what the goal was. Maybe just take it one day at a time, take it one match at a time. I'm sure coming into today, they realized how difficult of a series this would be up against FaZe, and it is proving to be excruciatingly painful.
Has been left as this solo A player in a fair few rounds. FaZe are very confident in his ability. He hasn't normally played this far forwards though. He sneaks into Fountain. And now he's got to be careful that he doesn't get closed in from both sides.
Yeah, this is where Rain loves to be, but this round gets caught by Glaive. He's checked towards the Fountain and Rain is down. And as you pointed out, he was the solo A player. At least he gets a lot of early information, so those rotations can be quite speedy to get another player from FaZe back up to the A site. Losing Rain without a kill. See a big negative for FaZe, but a massive positive for Astralis.
We have also seen FaZe take a lot of aggression when it gets down to around 40 or 30 seconds remaining. Sometimes the individuals will make a move, look for information. I'm not sure if they're going to get the information in time in this one. Flash allows karrigan in, but he can't get the kill.
Yeah, karrigan goes for the peek, but Glaive will down him. Two players up here for Astralis. broky's making the rotate, but it is ropz that has a lot of the heavy lifting still to do. He is blinded. Out in the corner, Xyp9x comes around, removes ropz without a single kill, and broky this time will not be able to mount the hero hold, and he will hit the deck. Twistzz finally gets something to prevent the clean sheet for Astralis, but that is the best round we have seen from Astralis in a long time. A third picked up, and a chance to try and secure 4 rounds in this first half. We'll see Rain go for this again.
Solid conversion for Astralis, and I like that they were a little quicker this time in their approach towards the A site. I feel like at times they have been bogged down slightly, but because karrigan was flashed in, they were able to get that early kill onto A, which made it a hell of a lot easier to get out through A long. This time it's broky peeking mid, not getting the opportunity yet.
Yeah, doesn't want to overcommit now. There could be an AWP posted up on the other side of this. But look how quick Xyp9x has got up connector. He's about to come around the backside and they have absolutely no idea. Xyp9x gets the double. broky and ropz out of there right away. And this increases the difficulty of winning this round for FaZe Clan to nightmare mode. Astralis are in easy mode right now. This could be 4.
See just how important that connector player can be on Overpass. It's been huge that Xyp9x has been able to step up in that position for Astralis. It gives you that early map control. It gives you that early ability to play between the bomb sites. Now Astralis are starting to test the waters out to B.
There's still 2 players within here, and they've been fantastic on their hold so far, but that has been when the attack comes through mainly Monster. They can still try and split this one, Astralis. They've got a lot of ground. Twistzz is about to be put under a lot of pressure. Config looking to climb over the barrels. In the smoke, Twistzz has run out of ammo, and Config gaining ground on them, but karrigan defends his teammate and gets a double. Twistzz now springs into action. It's a kill for Twistzz. Rotation down from Rain. He's defending karrigan and puts it all on Farley. This was looking so good for a 4th round on Astralis' board. But now it is left to Farley to try and make that a reality. He'll come right through, but karrigan shuts down the B site one more time to close out this first half. 12-3, FaZe looking to take map 1.
Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night and never day. Even when I wash the floor, the dust still comes. Keep on hunting for the prey. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm, far from calm. I know you feel me, brother.
Seems like I can't get away from the hot sun. Always night, it's never day. Even when I watch the floor, the dust will come. Keep on hunting for the prey. No matter how lost, need no light, no spark. I'm in line mode. With my eyes closed, I can see in the dark. I'm a quiet storm, far from calm. I know you feel me, brother.
FaZe Clan's defensive efforts post 12 rounds on their opponent's map pick. It is going to be very tough for Astralis if they are unable to convert a pistol round win here. They have to really get off to an absolute flyer starting off the second half. See if they can pick it up. Glaive picking up the dual Berettas, of course, Olga.
Might be the best dually player in the world. Some of the clips I've seen lately.
Yeah, he has had a lot of those, hasn't he? I mean, you're going to get a lot of clips if you buy it every round compared to when no one buys it.
I've been buying it every round in MM, and it hasn't.
Okay, you're going to be on the same level. We're going to see your clips. Is that what we're expecting?
One day, I'm going to get a sick dually clip in a pistol.
Yeah, well, our observer today, Chev, catching all of the action. Well, 99% of it. No one's perfect.
P250 for ropz, waiting for these fights at range. BlameF currently here alone. Has been having a solid showing so far. Has been one of the brightest spots for Astralis, but he's had to bunny hop back to the bomb site. At least he's got a couple of players now to help him if this A attack were to come through.
There's the smoke up for FaZe. BlameF, best CT players in the world, arguably the best. He's going to peek out from the back of Dice and drop back into the bank. Farley hears all of the steps, and maybe his position can still be powerful. It's one kill for Farley, traded out by Twistzz, and the bomb will be planted here for FaZe. They now slip back into the 4v4 post plant. That smoke bought them some extra time to drop back into the bathrooms and also maintain position at long. Tough here for Astralis. They don't have any smokes. They also don't have a kick. To try and apply pressure quite quickly here, sending Glaive over the top with the flash. The kills are coming in here for FaZe, broky and ropz with 2 already. It's just down to BlameF, and he has taken out 2. Just Zipex, and he is out of there. 13 rounds for FaZe Clan. Astralis cannot pick up the pistol here in the second half, and FaZe will find themselves 13. This is putting them in a very comfortable spot now to try and close out their opponent's map pick and put them 1 map away from confirming their spot in the semi-finals.
Just a clinical performance here from FaZe. Every individual showing up And for Astralis, we were saying earlier that their wins were against solid teams in terms of where they were ranked, but teams who maybe weren't in the best form. 2-0ing Furia and Cloud9 to get to this point. Now they're having a true test against FaZe. Sadly, they are not able to live up to it right now.
Yeah, it's a bit of a reality check when you play against FaZe when they're playing like this, but I'll kill for blamF on the P250. As you would expect, shouldn't really be getting out of hand here for FaZe. They're still going to commit into the 3 remaining players of Astralis, and the rest will be cleaned up. Just karrigan that goes down. Not 2 rounds away, FaZe, but a buy coming through for Astralis. AWP immediately purchased here for Farley. He wants to get as many opportunities with that as possible. Currently 3 and 16. It's a glass cannon being picked up for the Danish sniper.
That oftentimes can be one of the biggest differences when you play against the true top teams in the world as an AWPer. It can be really hard. You don't get many opportunities if you keep losing rounds. You don't get the AWP as often. And just the FaZe individuals are so good that it's not easy to always win those fights against them. Short control being taken. ropz might even look to see if he can find a cheeky peek towards B.
Xyp9x peeks up in a short. It's ropz that gets one before going down. It was a quick reply there for Xyp9x, and even better onto karrigan, who wasn't really ready for him to come out through short. Xyp9x doing so much in this round. 3 kills delivered. He's become a turret. Config slips through. It's 1 for Twistzz, but it's going to need to be a lot more than that to close this round out. Taking damage to the smoke, and Xyp9x will confirm his 4K. That's a fantastic round from Xyp9x, and he did have a lot of great performances here on the CT side of Overpass. It seems like he's been putting a lot of work into his CT side performances in particular, because over the last few months, when he has been receiving a lot of criticism, it's been mainly on the CT side, where I think we've seen a lot of teams target him, try and bully him a little bit, and try and abuse potential weakness because his performances weren't really there. But at this event, in the previous event, he's been a bit of a rock lately.
And this is a really heads-up play from Xyp9x after he trades ropz initially, goes aggressive towards B short, realizes if he can get his foothold on that position, it's going to be much harder for FaZe to get onto the bomb site. It's a whole separate angle they have to consider, and it severs one side of the split. So really nice initiative taken. And now Farley again looking for that opportunity, quickly backs away.
And now he's got Kevlar. He's no longer naked.
Normally a good thing.
Yeah, normally a good thing, especially around the playground. It's a dangerous spot up there. Farley's going to be looking for his opportunity. Although FaZe are avoiding him for the time being as they go out long.
Third man will arrive up on A for Astralis, and this utility may be heard by the CTs. Got config now, just making sure that Long has some eyes towards it. That jump spot, sometimes a little scary, but he gets the info he wants. And still Astralis is sticking with this aggressive bathroom setup. If they're not careful, this could be swarmed.
Well, blamF gets close towards the divider smoke. He's going to take a strong position. Shadow's coming around the corner. Farley alerted to it. Config looking to help him, and he will be successful. All of the kills coming through here for Astralis. blamF getting a double. And it's just broky left. Misses the shot. Goes down. It's not only a round win for Astralis, but it's damn flawless. Everybody stays alive.
Good reposition from Farley to make sure he was watching that long angle. They double up on it early, and they leave blamF to do his best work. And as soon as he gets that double kill, it's going to make the A long hold so much easier. They don't have to be as concerned about shorts. So a solid round for Astralis. Maybe they will be able to get a few rounds here on their CT side. Just the Deeg in the hands of Twistzz for this one. Call him the Magician. He's got to turn his teammates' Glocks into rifles by landing some headshots in this one.
That would be some crazy magic right there. A magician, is that technically isn't really magic, right? A wizard's real magic.
I don't think there is real magic, Dinko.
What?
Well,
how does Santa get the toys into the living room then?
Yeah, actually, no, yeah, there is magic, yeah, that's the magic.
Cool. Yeah, otherwise how would the slave fly, bro? This guy.
Oh, FaZe were hoping for some aggression.
It'll be real magic. If the Straws can come back and win this.
That would be impressive.
Well, maybe a bit of fiction, but well, we'll see.
It's feeling like it right now. I don't know, they've started well on their CT side.
They have, and they're going to do a lot more work on the CT side than on the T side. Good cleanup here from Glaive and Zipex. 6 rounds for Astralis. Another one found. 2 away from victory though, FaZe, and another buy will shortly arrive. It's not going to be fantastic. Your broky's going to be down to the Galil. That's what you like to see from Astralis, not letting anything really get out of hand. That Farley doesn't have the AWP to go up against on the other side of things. Just rifles here for FaZe. We'll see what karrigan has cooked up for us.
Config also taking the AWP. Good spawn for him into mid. Doesn't spot the player crossing and gets flashed. So he will be forced back. And here's that double AWP setup towards A though. Could be good to try and get some early frags, but if that B site were to be tested, having those AWPs on the retake would not be ideal. Again though, on Overpass, oftentimes a map where the T's will take their time. We'll look for map control early before making up their minds. Looks like that is the approach taken by FaZe in this one. He's actually AWPing in long bathrooms, so could get closed in on if he's not careful. They're not going his way right now. It's blameF who looks the more likely to get contact.
And his big ears are hearing everything. It's going to be the big friendly giant taking 2 on down. karrigan ran out of that. Not so friendly after all.
It's a really good counter to the play that FaZe were trying to run. They had a lurk smoke up towards A. They were hoping to put a lot of pressure on. Now they're going to try and go again, but blameF is repositioned.
Yeah, just to roll out the guillotine one more time. But a config is out. blameF tries to move forward. He will not be able to get much more impact in this round, so he has to rely upon Farley. And he will patch up somewhat of a hole. But right now, Astralis, with 20 seconds left, have got the advantage. They will not be able to deny the ball plant. So FaZe put it down. Zipex, though, on the flank has come around the back, and broky is down. It's now Twistzz looking to find Clutch. Glaive has finally seen him. They lost him for a moment, but Twistzz unable to transition to the truck. And that's another round here for Astralis. Starting to put these together.
Yeah, another solid setup with 3 towards A. Farley, I think, was overlooked as that third player towards that A site. Was able to get an extra kill. And then I like that Farley didn't try and rush it back towards the A site from long. He made sure to just hold his position. And holding on to that long control made it easier for FaZe, or sorry, for Astralis to figure out where those final FaZe players would be on the bomb site. FaZe been going for a lot of slow plays, but you have the pistols in this one. Maybe worth testing to see if a faster play could work. And a fast B play could well be the call.
Well, looking to get some speed. They tried a couple of faster B plays on the weaker weapons so far. Zipex has been unbreakable. Once again, holds for the initial kill. They look to try and tickle him with fire. Finally, Glaive goes down, but Zipex once again getting just so much impact. Config has arrived to filter through the rest. Another round for Astralis found. Another quick attempt to the B site stop for FaZe Clan. So finally, Astralis have forced the timeout for FaZe. They tried to get through this one without using the timeout. They've had 2 gun rounds now on this T side, and neither of them have amounted to a round win. So a little feeling to just try and take a second here to figure out what they want to call ahead of this one. They do have the cash again to purchase. This will be their 3rd attempt with the purchase. If they fail to do this, it will allow Astralis up to 9 or 10 rounds. And at that point, the comeback truly is on.
And that play looked okay for FaZe when they had the utility coming in initially, but I think they just missed that initial opportunity when Zipex was forced to reposition by the molly. If you can get that first kill, it can make a really big difference as you go for that fast B play. Not meant to be in that round for FaZe though, so they'll look to do it with the AKs instead. Molly into mid will be smoked out early. Farley left as the solo A player. Again, doesn't want to stick around in mid for too long. He's been pretty happy to play back towards the bathrooms or even the A site. Triple boost being prepared. This can peek over towards Monster once you get on top of the sandbags. And it's really hard to clear this angle.
Yeah, it's such a good spot for Config to be in right now as well. He's going to see a couple of players for FaZe coming close if they do decide to start setting up for this B execute. For the time being, though, how long does he feel comfortable staying up here? And finally, he's going to stay up long enough to spot out broky, and he takes the kill away. broky will realize there was 2 players committed in towards short. He can't do anything about it. FaZe have to play the rest of the round a player down.
Still 52 seconds to work with. Rain has got his way onto B short through connector. But FaZe have never really pressured the A side of the map in this round. They've been sitting outside B almost the entire time. Astralis are getting aggressive on both sides of the map. The flash is well timed. It's another kill for Astralis. And honestly, it could be a save call for FaZe.
Yeah, this round's not really got going here for FaZe at all. It felt like they were starting to develop their plan a little bit, but when that boost foils broky's plans, when Rain gets taken down on the re-aggression from Astralis, it's a done deal. FaZe have no shot at winning this round, so the call from karrigan is to save those rifles for the next one. They've still got a bit of utility there on karrigan too to carry over. But this is not the solid closer you would like to see from FaZe. Astralis mounting. A resurgence here. You would expect Astralis to be much more scary on the CT side. We've seen a beastly performance in Config. Kicking this one off. BlameF 14 and 14, but Zipex once again, man. You know, as much as we've, as a community, have put a lot of pressure on him over the last few months. Obviously, we know with the big contract he signed, the extension with Astralis, and his performance is not really matching what you would hope to see. He did get some fair criticism, but he has turned it around, especially in this tournament.
Loving the confidence in that round from Astralis. They knew it was likely to be played. They still flash into B short. Not just going to sit back and try and counter the execute. Here is this aggressive stance from BlameF, and broky might not clear this corner.
Oh, Rain gets caught by it. It's BlameF that'll send out the first kill. There's the drawback here from FaZe. Where is the reply? A missed shot from Farley. That should have been the kill. That should have been the trade immediately to keep Astralis up, but missing that shot will cost them. They've lost the kill on Config too, so we're down to the 4v3 as FaZe Clan have the advantage, and Zipex once again looking to be the pillar of the B site. ropz tries to fight him, tries to remove him. It's not going to be easy to get him out of that. And a kill for Zipex extends him to 19, puts Astralis back into the equilibrium. Might get another here. Oh, it's actually Glaive is positioned towards barrels this time. karrigan goes down. FaZe had the advantage, but it slipped the other way. The bomb is outside of B, but the flank looks to come through. It's going to be a long flank here from Twistzz.
It still might go completely unchecked. Farley is just now looking into connector. The question is, do Astralis start to second guess? There's 28 seconds left. They're still not seeing anything. Twistzz actually just shot up towards A, so maybe now Astralis have heard that. I'm not entirely sure. broky is starting to sneak out through B. Oh, great timing from Glaive. That settles it.
So much awareness, has to deal with it, and broky's down and not enough time. The bomb is loose. Twistzz has to run away. And Astralis are on 10 rounds. They found double figures, and that looked good for FaZe Clan. You know, you have the initial fight go BlameF's way, but you trade it, you find the kill back. Farley misses the shot. You think that's the moment. Config goes down. Everything is starting to develop so well for FaZe, and then the ropz fight. He tries to challenge Zipex, just doesn't go FaZe's way. karrigan goes in to try and get it done, and this time Glaive is ready for him. Yeah, just falling apart here for FaZe.
Yeah, they didn't have any flashes remaining in the 3v3, so karrigan just tries to walk out Monster, take the aim fight. But I think once they had the man advantage, they maybe could have done with just shoring up slightly and making sure they could stick together and trade effectively. Because that's the first time, really, that FaZe have had a solid advantage in a long, long time here. Astralis able to bounce back after the initial setup goes against them, showing that they can also fight through adversity. Now for FaZe, Twistzz gets to save the AK, but everyone else on pistols. This is starting to get out of hand now for FaZe, considering how big their lead was.
12-3 at the half. BlameF once again, just let off the leash. He's already in playground, a couple seconds into the round. So much ground, so much information being picked up, and once again, with that info, you can just confidently sit on this B site with so many players. It's going to be incredibly difficult to crack through this because BlameF is coming around the backside on the flank. The bomb is over towards this direction. karrigan seems to be aware of the possibility, but he can't deal with it. BlameF brings him down. Twistzz look to hunt him down, and BlameF's going to handle it and runs out of ammo. And now a couple of kills go FaZe Clan's way. There's still over a minute left to play with here for FaZe Clan, and they've drawn it into the 3 versus 3. 2 rifles now available to FaZe 2.
You see the potential danger of the aggressive stance against the weaker weapons. If you aren't on point, you can lose your gun and you can give the rifle away. And now Astralis have to guess which bomb site they want to reinforce. They have to leave one of the sites weakened. That leaves Farlig watching 2 separate angles on A. At least he has the AWP for this.
Yeah, but there has been times where Farlig misses some important shots. Can't afford to do that at this point. Either he peels one away and just drops back. Tries to delay them, commit into the fights. Utility goes through. He will drop behind utility. Tries to reposition out to the bank. He would love a kill here on the cross, and he will land it. Bomb goes flying forward. They have to send a second player in, but that time that he's bought here with the delay allows Config to rotate up, and he denies the planters. Not enough time to win the round now for FaZe Clan. One shot from Farlig is enough to delay and allow extra time for Config to run on up, and that is enough for FaZe to lose the round and Astralis to progress to 11.
And ropz dies after time. $1,850 for him.
It's a disaster right now for FaZe. Everything that could go wrong is going wrong at the moment.
Looks pretty good for them, but as you said, Farlig lands the important shot. Config able to go forward just through the smoke in time, and that's because Farlig landed the shot earlier. He figured it's unlikely the FaZe player assisting would be able to watch. And you see the issue in the buy. ropz has to go down to a dig in this one.
Yeah, this should have been the real strong buy. The first time you get the off out for broky. Everyone on rifles, a decent amount of utility. The fact that ropz goes down, that means this buy has a hole in it. BlameF under pressure with the molly. Smoke himself out to cover.
Still happy to sit close to this smoke. Rain, seeing what he can do on the other side. Oh, BlameF, I thought had an inkling, but he doesn't realize Rain is here. That's an easy opener, and that could be huge for FaZe.
Yeah, one of the cleanest openers that FaZe have had on this T side. Farlig goes forward. Good trade, but it gets overrun. Twistzz spots him out inside of the bathroom. 53 seconds left. Config now advancing, stretching his legs down long. The FaZe have already stretched their way forward into the A site. Glaive looked to try and delay them with some util. He won't stay towards stairs. Instead goes back to bank, and Config is quick on his heels to turn back and run the other direction of long, and he's got himself a kill from it. broky tries to fight him, and we'll go onto the site now to commit to the plant. broky tries to get away. If he can leap into the bathrooms, it's a strong post plant to be established for the off. And Twistzz advanced into the site, gets cleared out by Glaive, and ropz luckily will get the trade on towards Config. 2 versus 2. FaZe looking to hold the post plant, looking to go to 15, and Astralis moving back in the retake. Zipex has been fantastic on the B holds, but now he's made the rotate up, and he will find impact here too. broky's down, just ropz. The Khalil goes forward, but Zipex brings him out of the round with the Tech 9. Glaive will go to the defuse, and Astralis continue their comeback. 12 rounds now picked up. They are 2 away from tying this up versus FaZe. From a 12-3 half to possibly tying this one up.
This is the initial entry from Rain. Twistzz gets that trade. You think they can pull the trigger on the A play, but Config comes back with a huge kill. They start to coordinate the retake. And most importantly, this double stack pays off. They had no nades to deal with the AWP of broky in the post plant, but they hold the angle together. And FaZe haven't won a single gun round here. They won the pistol at the start of this half. They were 14-3 up. Astralis have got on a 10-round streak, and Twistzz has somehow hit that shot early.
Yeah, that is quick, and another opener here for FaZe. Farley did very well to trade out one in the previous round. Can he get it again? He will, and this time Farley doesn't go down immediately. Important kill to find for Farley.
Still opens up the map though. It still leaves Astralis with only 2 players on B right now. Zipex has been so good at Monster throughout this half. He's got the smoke timed right, but there are 3 CTs on the other side. Again though, FaZe are so low on utility, they might just try and sneak through this.
Yeah, they might explode in this kill cat Zipex, but he swings on in. broky finally has broken through the B site. Rock, the second kill comes through for FaZe Clan, this time from the rifle of karrigan. For Astralis, this is the weakest they've looked in a round on the CT side. They will have to relinquish control of this. Save into the next. FaZe Clan push finally to map point. It just felt like it's coming for a very long time. Astralis have kept it at bay for so long. And FaZe finally push forward, 1 away from taking away Overpass.
Even with that lack of utility, FaZe find the way into the B site. Here's a nice shot from Farley, but broky will be able to trade, and FaZe finally reach 15. It's been a long time coming, but they get themselves up to map point. They give themselves 3 opportunities to steal away their opponent's pick, and this time they can convert the initial man advantage. Just getting a clean 1-for-1 trade means this B site is a little weakened. Zipex was isolated towards Monster. They only had 2 CTs on B. That's what allows FaZe to use their strength in numbers, even with the lack of utility. We'll see if they can find another opening in this one. Looks like Astralis will play a bit further back this time. broky almost spots the jump peak. Farley's holding. broky's got to be careful.
Farley rips apart broky. A little change up in Farley's positioning. And Mr. Danger will find the first for Astralis.
And now you reconsider this B play if you're FaZe. You had everyone set up outside B, but you see the AWP, you lose a player early. They have done a lot of damage onto Zipex, but they are down in a 4v5. So they're gonna go ahead and, oh, hang on a minute. That was an opportunity. Zipex so low. ropz can't get it though. And now FaZe will make sure to put some presence up on this A side of the map. They hadn't gone for the standard early bathrooms control, so they put some utility down. blameF is still there though, and he's not going to spot anyone. 45 seconds remaining. FaZe grouping back up towards B. Astralis are rotating away.
They are, but FaZe surely gets the info to stay here now. Utility will start to rain on in. FaZe in the final 30 seconds. Look to crack down on this B site. Flash play. blameF catches the timing. He also catches the flash. He's blinded. Ren still blinded. Gets the kill though. And Config within the site needs to hold. He's done well to rip apart karrigan. His teammate of Zipex is now committed down into the water. And it's a single kill for Zip. blameF makes the rotation and takes out ropz, leaving Ren alone. A 1 versus 2 clutch needed from the Norwegian. And he's put under pressure, but he turns and finds blameF. And now it is just Farley on this other side of things. Ren looking for him, goes into the fight, and the sidearm taken for Farley. The kill will be collected, and so will another round for Astralis. They will not go down here. This is possible. Overtime still alive.
blameF thought he was just going to get the drop on Rain. Somehow Rain turned it round, but Farley keeps his cool in the 1v1. It was Rain who wanted to get into that advanced post-plant position. He knew the bomb was planted fairly open, so figured that could be a good call. Just didn't expect Farley to be in position. Another timeout for FaZe.
Yeah.
Now realizing that this is getting incredibly close at this point.
They keep trying to finish on this B site. The only round they have been able to get through is when they win that monster fight on Zip. When he peeks through And there is no kill. That was a similar move in the previous round. This time it was Glaive that goes with a flash peek in towards Monster. Rain gets the kill, but it's Config that gets that trade in quickly. Zip commits down from heaven, and they mount enough of a defense to slow and allow the rotation to come back in for Astralis. B-side hole has been good here on this CT side. FaZe keep attacking it.
Farley had a good mid spawn. Oh, not quite quick enough to get that early opportunity.
Staying committed.
Still goes back.
Yeah. It's a rough, nearly a rough moment for him. broky had just peeked up at that exact time, but neither of the AWP was able to come away with a pick early on in the round. So they will have to adjust their positioning. Flash to set up Twistzz for the peek. Farley gets blinded for it and forced to take it more narrow. Eingold misses the shot. Farley's going to take some damage and forced away from the flower beds. No play from the site itself, and blameF will still hold inside of the bathroom, so he knows they haven't come up long just yet.
Flash ready, blameF peeks. Sees that it's clear, but Twistzz was still up close. Has to be careful he doesn't discount that position completely. He's got his back turned, but he looks back in time.
Wow, that's incredible. Lovely shot from Twistzz. Not much blameF could have done about that. And now that Farley has lost his rifle support within this A site, he's got to rely on rotations. He's got to rely on his own ability to take some kills. Config's gone out towards long to try and patch it up. He's only good for one single kill. 30 seconds left here for FaZe Clan. Finally, the bomb starts to make its way closer to this A site, and it's actually decided B is the better call. We'll go down here again. We'll try and finish on this B site. Zipex currently with a more passive position. He's playing back towards CT, and he has to let them onto the site. FaZe should be able to get away with the bomb plant without issue here. karrigan's health was strong enough to avoid any damage from the HE, and broky stops the peak from Zipex. This is looking better for FaZe Clan. This is looking very good to close out Overpass. Damage onto Farley's brought him down to 20 HP. The peek from heaven does not work out for Glaive, and karrigan looks to close. ropz will take it, and FaZe Clan find map number 1. They're now one map away from the semi-finals at the Intel Extreme Masters Cologne.